Hello and welcome to All About Footy, episode 5. Today, Daniel is joining us, so thank you.
Here 5 times.
Well, you've been here 4. Salsa and I did
okay,
1.
okay.
Yeah. So this is your fourth appearance on the Can-Ass podcast. Isn't that exciting?
Nice.
Yeah. Well done. Welcome. There is some background noise. I apologize for that. I am washing my dishes right now, so we're just gonna have to deal with it because apparently the cycle is quite long. So maybe halfway through it stops, but we'll see. Anyways, all right. All About Footy is all about footy, and in particular, this window, the men's national team, the final window before Qatar 2022, competitive window.
Good.
Unbelievable. So, I mean, okay, so we'll go a little bit all over the place. So you made a good point. We're going to talk about the players that have been named to it and kind of like the form that they're in at the moment. So we'll start with that. I do want to talk about like what we think about the men's national team so far, how they've done, what we're expecting from this window, and where we're expecting them to finish in the standings of CONCACAF.
Yeah.
So, actually, why don't you go ahead and start with the current roster?
So we obviously don't have Davies again this window.
Yeah.
But he's back training with his club, with Bayern in Munich, so that's good. So it seems like he's recovered from COVID. One thing I'm worried about is Jonathan David and Kyle Larin. They're proven to perform for Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the worst form they've been in going into a window. They both, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but David's played 9 games since the last time he played for Canada, since the last window.
Yep.
And Laren's played 7 or 8. And together, they have 1 goal combined. That was
Right.
David.
Yeah.
In a 4-0 win as well, or something like that. It was a nothing goal, really.
Yeah.
A 4-0 win or something like that, right? So, especially with Davies out, first game's in Costa Rica against one of the best goalies in the world, and Keylor Navas.
Mm-hmm.
I know they play well for Canada, but I'm still expecting it to be a 0-0 or 1-0. Like, I feel like we're going to go into that game, we're going to say, okay, like, we're not going to risk anything crazy. We'll be happy to possession or defensive or one of the two, but I honestly don't think.
So I see your points. I see that, yeah, our 2 biggest guys are cold right now, but Ike Ugbo, who's on the roster this month, for this window, he's having a pretty good little stretch of games here, as well as newly named Ismail Kone, who's actually a dual citizen of Ivory Coast, 19. So I'm thinking that they try to cap him 3 times just so that he cannot represent anybody but Canada anymore.
Yeah, maybe. Especially if we got a draw in the first game, then we're through, right? If we get a draw in the first one, we're through.
So we're through if any of the following things happen. Canada gets a single point out of the game. Panama loses 1 single point. So they have, like, if they don't win, if they don't win, we're through. U.S. and Mexico play each other. If they tie, at any of those situations, Canada will be going through.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, because then U.S. and Mexico, they play against Panama and Costa Rica the last few games. So like it's all between them. So, look, truthfully, yeah. So like naming the roster, there's a couple people that are out due to injury. As you mentioned, Alphonso Davies is still out with his myocarditis.
Is Victoria on that or no?
Is Steven Vittoria? He is not actually. Very good eye. He's, I believe he's also... Oh, no, he is. He's at the very bottom there.
Okay.
He's on there, yeah. No. Honestly, though, I'm not as nervous about the scoring as you are. Just because, we still have Buchanan who's doing well. We still have Liam Miller who's in good form. We have Ike Ugbo. We have Ismail Kone as a midfielder. He scored 2 goals and 5 assists in 9 matches this season so far. Right. He's proving to be pretty good.
Another thing I'm worried about, though, is Richie Larea. He made his big move to England. Hasn't stepped on the pitch yet.
And that's crap, man. That's just garbage. That sucks for him.
Like, he's been on the bench the whole time, never set foot on the field. And even make it worse, a couple times he wasn't even on the bench. Like, they just
Yeah, I noticed that. Every single Nottingham Forest game, I've been watching like their subs and like their lineup and everything. It isn't until like recently where he's been named to the substitutes into the subs. He hasn't had a chance yet, and that sucks. And he hasn't played a club professional game since November.
Yeah.
He plays. That being said, our fullback is by far the strongest position that we have right now. I'm good.
Alistair Johnson can take a spot on the right wing.
Well, yeah, Alistair Johnson and Sam Adekupke, we're fine. Mm-hmm. Plus, we have a couple of young kids that may be able to come up and play for us too if need be, right? Mm-hmm. So, I'm not super nervous about that. Our fullbacks. Plus, we could also just play a back three with two. And then like a two winger, so I guess back five technically, but with like Tajon Buchanan being one of the five, and then, not even just Adekupke. Like I'm thinking, like I guess because if you want to give him a break, you're not wrong. I mean, this is what I'm interested to see though. Like I want to see what John Herdman does because mathematically speaking, statistically speaking, like there's a 99.9% chance that Canada makes it. It's just one single point. Mm-hmm. Panama has to win every single game. The U.S. and Mexico need to get minimum 2 wins.
Costa Rica
win
every game.
Yeah.
And they play Panama, so.
Yeah. Actually, Canada can't make it any lower than 4th already.
Yeah. Because they all play each other.
We're all automatically into the international playoff. Like, there's nothing. So, Panama, USA, and Mexico, they have to be winning every single one of their games kind of thing. And it's impossible because USA and Mexico play against each other in the first game. We're hoping for a draw. We don't want one of the two to win. We want a draw. Yeah. And then, either a Canada win or a Canada draw on Thursday. But anyways, the lineup, there's no shockers. Like, I think the only newcomer is Ismail Kone. He's actually taking over for Samuel Piet, who's injured. I'd really like to see the kid play. If I'm not mistaken, he's more of a winger, I want to say.
I think if we get the 1 point in Costa Rica, against Jamaica, it's just going to be like a little celebration.
Oh, yeah. You definitely put your A team in front. But then you also, Jamaica's at home. Like, you probably want to have, your main roster, your main team playing in front of there so they can celebrate at home.
We'll have half of them because then Jamaica's also very physical.
Yeah, and I don't want to, yeah.
Exactly.
But then again, we're still playing for FIFA World Ranking points. The draw for the World Cup is April 1st. Canada, if they win out, they'll be able to go into pot 3.
Yeah.
This isn't just about qualifying for the World Cup anymore. It's about getting yourself into the best possible position in the World Cup.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. So yeah, maybe we do play everybody.
I don't think they overexert, but I definitely do think that Ismail Kone will be making his Team Canada debut in this.
I don't think he'll start. He'll make some subs.
He'll make a sub. 100% he will. And probably in the Jamaica game. I don't think anybody that hasn't started already for Canada will be starting in Costa Rica. John Herdman is very clear. He ensures that it's professional business as always. It's been like that for a while, and I respect that unbelievably so. So I guess realistic expectations. I think realistically we go 1-1-1. I think Costa Rica is a better team than Panama. I think it's going to be really hard for us to beat Panama or Costa Rica at home to Costa Rica. That being said, we drew to Mexico and we drew to the United States away, and they're both better teams. So realistically I go 1-1-1. I would be happy actually with 1-1-1. I'd be disappointed with anything less than that. I'd be ecstatic with 2-1 or more, honestly. So
the Jamaica win last time we were in this situation, 2 away games, 1 home game. You're going, we beat the States, beat one of Honduras and Salvador, and then draw the other one. We just destroyed all 3.
That's true. Listen, these guys are proving that they're good. But, let's not sugarcoat this. Costa Rica and Panama are much better than Honduras and El Salvador.
The atmosphere's going to be a lot worse for Canada.
It's going to be very difficult. But this is going to be the type of atmosphere that they're going to be facing in the World Cup. So this is a perfect.
Maybe not as hostile, but
not as hostile, but it's still an atmosphere that they got to get used to. I think it's going to be a slow start. I think I'm nervous for the Costa Rica game. I really am. But 1 point away. So if looking back, if I were to tell you Canada would be first place in the CONCACAF standings,
not lost a game.
Not lost a game yet. Knocking on wood. Not lost a game. In heading into the final window, what would you say to that?
I wouldn't have believed you. Like Canada's like did not expect this at all. I honestly expected us to go into this window fighting for fourth.
Okay.
Because I knew that everybody thought Mexico and States would do better than us. And then I honestly thought that Costa Rica with their goalie would be able to scrape a third, and then we'd fight for fourth with Panama.
Now, if I were to tell you we would do this with half of the games being missed by Alphonso Davies,
I believed you even less.
I would have thought, if you were to told me that, I would have thought you were on bath salts, mushrooms, everything. There's no way. Yeah. And now
I remember you worried sick in that the first El Salvador game because we didn't have Davies. The first El Salvador game of the qualification period.
Yeah.
You were worried sick.
100% I was.
I kept telling you, no, we're good. It's El Salvador. We're good. We won like 4-1, 3-1.
Yeah, but it was closer than a 4-1. Also, that was a very dirty game. Holy crap. I'm so happy that Davies did not play that game because he would have definitely gotten injured. Definitely would have gotten injured that game. I don't know how Dejan Buchanan left walking on his own 2 feet. That man was abused. Absolutely abused. But, yeah, listen. Alphonso Davies is one of the best players in the world. I don't like anytime we're missing him, like let's not even kid ourselves here. It's a big loss, okay?
It is.
It's a big loss. And heading into the final window, first place, 5 points up on second, or is it 4? 5 or 4?
One of the two.
And like clear, we're 8 points up, 9 points up on fourth, and 10 points up on fifth. Like that far ahead. If you were to tell me that Canada would be in this position with Alphonso Davies in the lineup playing every game, I'd be like, well, damn, like this rebuild finished quick. Like they're doing good, man.
Not only just that, but we're almost at 2 goals per game, and then like 2 goals 4 per game, and like less than 0.5 goal against per game.
The defense has been surprisingly good. Like shockingly good. I thought that was going to be our weakness.
Borjat. That's all.
Borjan.
Oh, Borjan.
Pronounce our Savior's name correctly. Goodness gracious. Him in the sweatpants, man.
That reminds me of the Hungarian goalie who did that in the Euros in 2016.
Yeah.
That was fun.
No, we're talking about Borjan, dude. Borjan is just... Okay, so I guess heading into this window... What was 1-1-1 realistic? You think is that something that would make you happy?
I think so because what I can see happening is the draw is against Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
Then we play our people like the big people against Jamaica. Because then Canada we have to celebrate with the fans.
Yeah.
And then we lose to Panama. But the only reason we lose to Panama is because we don't play anybody who's going to start or be one of the first few subs in the World Cup. Because in Panama, Panama's going to be fighting for their World Cup lives. So they're going to be dirty.
Yeah, I think it's a loss to Costa Rica, winning against Jamaica, tie against Panama. I just think Panama's not a good team.
Fair.
I think Costa Rica's a much better team.
They are, but like I said, I think we're just going to not play our best players in the Panama game. Just not worth the risk.
Probably. It depends on if we're if you get the number, if you get top place in CONCACAF, then maybe. But even then, that doesn't matter. That doesn't have a difference. No. Genuinely, at the end of the day, like they need 3 wins in order to be in pot 3, and you want to be in pot 3 because you want to try to avoid like the bigger teams in the world. You know, you want to play against like the bottom 7 teams in the world right now in the world rankings, or 8. That's like the dream. Plus, you get the two. Actually, you get the two intercontinental playoff winners. They're going to be in pot 4.
Oh yeah.
So, well, actually, that'd be tough because Peru could be in there. Yeah. Because, yeah, that's how it works. So I'm 1,000% positive. This is how it got broken down the other day. It's the 2 international winners, intercontinental winners, plus the 6 lowest ranked qualified teams. And then it's the next 8 qualified teams in pot 3, the next 8 in pot 4 or pot 2, and then Qatar and the best 7 ranked teams in the world make it to the pot 1. Because otherwise, because the draw's on April 1st. The intercontinental playoff doesn't happen until like June.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so you can't have, so that's how that's going to work. Canada's going to be better than at least 4 teams just now. That being said, I'd be scared to have Canada in their group in the World Cup.
Yeah, we have nothing to lose.
They have absolutely nothing to lose. Like, Canada's proven to be a really good team, even without their best player.
Yep.
Arguably 2 of their best players when they were missing Eustachio, and they still ended up winning in Honduras.
Yeah, they did. They've been shocking everybody.
And then
I said this last time. Canada has the most goals for among any country, or tied for most goals for among any country in the qualifiers. That includes your England. That includes your France. All of them.
Yeah.
We have the most tied for most goals for, and we have one of the best goals against of everybody in the World Cup qualifiers.
Canada's been incredible. The whole team dynamic. John Herdman is a god. Like, he deserves a statue everywhere again. I'll say it every single episode.
I understand with like Europe, you can have like England and Poland are in the same group, but you still have your San Marinos who wouldn't even make it past the first round qualifiers in CONCACAF.
That's true. Yeah, I think CONCACAF gets a rep for not being that competitive. I mean, I'll be honest. I think it's the second least competitive division in football, behind Oceania, wherever it was, because they don't even get a spot.
Maybe throw Asia in there.
Maybe, but Asia has like Japan
and South Korea.
That's about it. And like Australia.
We can beat Australia,
I guess, but like they're still better team. They're still good teams. I'm interested. Like, so this window again. I think it's 1-1-1. Canada qualifies first place. I do, even if they're second and third. Couldn't even care less. I'm just happy if we're qualifying automatically. We just need 1 point.
Yeah.
Like that's, and you know what too? Honduras is playing Panama at home. Like, Panama could lose that game.
Mm-hmm.
Panama beat Honduras 3-2 at home the last time they played.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's incredible, man. Just, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. But anyways, so the window's coming up. Look for Ike Ugbo and Ismail Kone. They're going to be 2 names that we're going to definitely want to include in here. We're going to have an all about footy recap at the end of the window.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about, like, how Canada did. Hopefully talking about the World Cup and who we see as our projected rosters for the World Cup. Like, who are guaranteed players that are making the team if they're healthy. And just go from there, man. Like, this is a good team. I called them to make it to the quarterfinals of the World Cup.
You're crazy.
Yep, that was a bold prediction. Is it not a bold prediction?
Yeah.
Very bold prediction. So
I'll be happy if they win a game in the World Cup.
I will be happy. Yeah, you know what? I'm just ecstatic if they qualify in the first place. Honestly, like, we still need to work on that as a country. 2026 though, they need to be able to win the group, make it out of the group.
Make it out of the group, not win it, but make it out. Yeah.
Well, no, the way it's gonna work is you have groups of 3, and you're gonna have a round of 16, right?
Oh right, you do need to win. So, yeah,
so you need to win the group. Yeah. So they have to just win the group.
Yeah.
So that will be a very interesting and difficult process for Canada for sure.
That's in the future, though. Let's worry about
but you need to build on this in this World Cup.
Yeah.
You need to get the experience. You need all your stars. All these people. Like, they need to start building it right now to be able to make it to 2026. John Herdman had the goal at the beginning of this Qatar qualification. The goal was, hey, Like, let's make it to the World Cup here, gentlemen. Nobody was giving him a chance.
No.
They had to qualify. They had to beat Haiti in the playoff to qualify for the octagonal. And then at that point, just then were they able to actually make it in there and start playing these meaningful games. And to draw against the States and Mexico away and beat them both at home, no one saw that coming. No one. Mexico and U.S. got 1 point out of Canada this qualification.
Yeah.
It's typical 6 that they should always get.
That Mexico game was crazy.
And that also being said, Canada could have easily won Mexico in Mexico.
Yeah.
And it would have been a completely different story. Canada would have been guaranteed a qualification. I'm kicking myself for the Honduras home game. Canada should have won that game instead of just tied.
Yeah, it was the first game of the octagon.
But that's it.
They're all nervous.
Good. And they learned from that. They won't let that happen again. But truthfully, that should have been the game. That's what we won. And we would have already been qualified. Yeah. Right? So.
Woulda, coulda.
Oh, well. We need 1 point, or we need Panama to lose 1 point. That's it. And Panama plays U.S. and Mexico. So there's a chance. There is a very likely chance, gentlemen. Oh, my gosh. I'm so excited. But anywho, anything else that you want to add at all? No, we're pretty happy.
All
right. Well, thank you, everybody, for listening to this week's All About Footy episode. A very brief and quick preview, I guess, of the upcoming window. The dishwasher is still running, so good thing we didn't wait for that to stop. But thank you very much. Enjoy the games. Sunday. First will be Thursday the 27th or 24th at 8:05 Mountain. And then it's Sunday the 27th at 2:05 Mountain. And then it is Wednesday the 30th at 6:05 Mountain.
7:05.
Enjoy the game, everybody. It's going to be oh my gosh, we should be celebrating Canada into the World Cup this window. So, knock on wood, cheer them loud, and hopefully Alphonso Davies is able to join them in celebration here. We'll see if he gets. Well, they're talking to Bayern about letting him come to Canada with their doctors.
Twitch is even better.
No, you want him to be there with the boys. So, anyways, thank you everybody for listening. Go Canada, and we'll see you later on next week.